Dear Katie, morning. Sorry to wake you up so early. I'm going to send you on a little adventure today, and at the very end, I have a question for you. Go with your parents, and they will lead you to me. Oh, read the cards on the drive because we don't have much time. Right.
But Corey just got a text saying that it's at 7. They're going to launch it. They're going to be out there at 7.
Delayed.
Oh,
Delayed
okay.
at 7.
That's good. Oh, okay. I thought there really actually was a thing, and that we had to do it before then. Sorry he made you guys wake up early too.
Oh, it's our pleasure.
You say that because you're the one that's used to waking
I'm
up.
up anyway. But I decided to lay there. But it was funny listening to you complain about going to this early morning.
And mom's like, wait, what? Well, when do they usually have sunrise services? And I said, Easter. And she's like, exactly. And I'm like,
Yeah.
that doesn't make any sense.
Mom's logic.
No, they can have them other times, is what I was saying.
Yes, they can.
Oh, those are cute pictures. I feel weird being filmed reading all these.
I know.
Let me see the pictures. Oh, cute.
Oh, look at him crying on the ground. That's really funny.
Who is it?
Huh?
Oh, that's Nery. Okay.
Look at us just starting our lives so innocent. So much more life, joy, and pain ahead. Who would think these two rugrats would end up together?
Here, Corey can put them back in there.
That's funny, huh? Oh, that's a cute one.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me see.
Mom, you've seen them. What?
I didn't know if
She
there were
wants to
pictures of
document
him
everything.
or not. I haven't seen him finished.
Oh, okay.
What a big day for us. Our first ordinance that will lead us to many more, and hopefully to the one we can share together. I hope that we can always have the gospel in our lives together.
Wow, that's getting a little suspicious now.
Well, the first one was suspicious too. Wow. Did you send him all these pictures? Get him these pictures.
Yes, Mom did.
That's cute. I love seeing you as a kid. You're so full of life and joy, and your smile has stayed the same. I love your smile. It always lightens up my day. I feel bad if we're supposed to read them in the car.
Not just because we were leaving at 6:30 and it was too early to do anything before. You know what I mean? He said you'll have to just read them on the way. He was kind of rushed, felt kind of rushed.
Oh, okay.
Now you can see why he wasn't sleeping. And was
Yeah.
busy all week.
Yeah. That was just for work stuff. Oh, the overalls. That's really cute. At the start of our teenage years, we were so full of insecurities and questions. A time in our lives where we start to develop who we are, a time when our scars start to be created, both starting to get acne and interested in boys, and be interested in boys. Oh, he was interested in boys. Is this what he's trying to? Is this what he's gonna tell me at the end?
This is the sad news.
Oh, or girls, or girls. Good. Sorry, I didn't read ahead. I look. Sad news, Dad. I look at your pics and can't help to think what a good sister and daughter you are. My little perfectionist. Good sister. That's right, huh, Corey?
It's 7 now.
Wow. Even Adam's coming to the sunrise service?
Well,
That's pretty good that you got him to come.
That's what I was saying. I was saying, if Katie hears that Adam's going to the sunrise service, that would really be suspicious.
Yeah, it would. Super suspicious. Look at us at our jobs. I love how hardworking we both were. I know we will continue that value, that work ethic to the rest of our lives.
Who's this guy in the picture?
That's a guy. That's at the movie theater.
Oh, okay.
He was one of those
Bosses, huh?
the wheelchair guys that they hired.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he asked me for work pictures, and
You didn't have that many work pictures.
Yeah, I'm not going to go down and bother you at work. Can I take a picture?
Oh, yeah.
So I had a few
I
random.
didn't realize that, what's her name, worked with you?
Who? Oh, Kim?
Yeah.
I feel like all the Johnsons worked there.
Oh, okay.
Dear younger Katie, look at how you blossomed into a beautiful daughter of God. I wish I could have been there for you for your hard times. I can tell how strong and nice and kind-hearted woman you are becoming.
Always have been.
That's right.
Except when you slam the doors upstairs. Right there.
Brief time period. Brief, very brief. And with good reason, I'm sure, every single time. Oh, I didn't know he bleached his hair.
Was Nery a wrestler?
Yeah, he was into wrestling. Look at us, our senior year, ready to take on the world. I hope you know that at that age of my life, I was hoping to have a girl just like you. Little did I know it would be over a decade before I find it. Even more for me.
Yeah. Very pretty pictures of you.
That's cute.
Oh, he dyed his hair blonde. Huh?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It looks. I've never seen him like that. It's kind of cool. He grew it out at one point too, really long.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I want to put pictures of that.
I think he does, but I guess he didn't.
Invited.
Look at these two missionaries. I worked myself to the bone during that time, and I'm happy you were so dedicated to do your best and serve the Lord. These two are two different sides of the world as time slowly prepared us for each other.
Oh, he's sitting on one. I guess I'm assuming that's all right.
Look at him with that little.
Did I send that?
Look at him with that little monkey. That's cute too.
Talking
Talking to that monkey. Oh, here's the
Where'd he go?
last one. Oh, it's got slot in it.
Where did he go on his mission?
Paraguay.
Paraguay, huh? I think it's where Don went. I can't remember if it's Paraguay or Uruguay. They split his mission when he was there, and he ended up in one of the countries.
Oh my gosh. I definitely haven't seen some of these pictures with him in a fish tank. Oh, that's funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So did you wonder why Nery was helping set it up?
What?
Did you wonder why Nery was helping set up?
Yeah. Well, plus, like, I saw you guys come out of there and I glimpsed some of those balloons in there and I was like, I don't think this is a church thing.
Oh, dang it. It wasn't a total surprise when you walked in there?
Well, I mean, just a few minutes earlier. The moments that got us ready for each other, the adventures we go on, the pictures, miss the heartaches of my family, of your relationships. I hope you know I will always be there if you let me for the rest of them. Oh, so cute.
Was these boats in, were these all three in this one?
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts, Katie, at this point?
Oh, you're still filming. I don't know. I guess we'll see what the sunrise service is about. Maybe I'll gain some spiritual inspiration there.
You will.
It's cute.
Oops, screwed up.
Oops, what?
Oops, I screwed up.
I don't think he's not gonna do that.
I'm sure he's in there.
That looks like IKEA.
Those little cookies. Text messages.
Oh, it's our first ones.
Yeah.
I think so.
Too bad.
Said yes.
It's sad because you it's more about the spectacle.
And Mom. It was so cool watching it with her.
What's the max elevation in this area?
Oh, we can go. I mean, it all depends on weight, but
So what's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you?
So we went camping, and we were like down by the river, and he was like walking off to do something, and I was like, "Hey, bye, I love you," and he just freezes, and he turns back around, and he said, "What did you just say?" And I was like, "Nothing. It was an accident. It just like slipped out." So
Like you're singing to your brothers.
yeah, so he loves to say that it was me that said it. I don't count that as the official time that it was said.
So
How much after that did he say it then?
I can't remember. I think it was like a week or two.
Yesterday.
So.
That's sort of
I heard it. So
breaks the
You know
ice.
what?
Utensils?
When was your first kiss?
I think it was like on our third date. We had just watched a movie on YouTube. I think we were sitting on the couch. That's when it happened.
Did you kiss him first too?
No. I don't do that either. I think I've always felt like it's the guy's job to initiate everything.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, that's great.
Answer your question.
Oh, can I cook his favorite food? I feel like he just likes meat. He doesn't feel like it's a real meal unless it has meat.
Meat and potato guy.
As long as there's a piece of meat, it doesn't even need sides.
Yeah. I'll be like, oh, let's just have pizza for dinner or something. He'll be like, okay, and what else are we eating? What real food are we eating? So
Everything is going
thank
to
you. Starter dating. Oh, nice. Thank you.
Okay, but it goes with the other two, so it will make sense after you get it.
I keep thinking you're taking a picture. So I'm like,
Well, I wanted to get the questions on video.
Dating how long, Kate?
we have dated since like January 3rd
So almost a year?
of this year. Yeah. So it'll be about a year.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Yep. It's been. I like that he just does not care what anyone thinks. He's just very outgoing and just not afraid to just be himself.
Oh, that's a good quality.
I really like that.
Very good
You kind of like that though.
I feel like I'm more self-conscious, and so he helps kind of bringing me out of my shell, which is good.
Cool.
Because he just sometimes blurts things out or just, I don't know,
Right.
kind of crazy.
Wonderful.
Sometimes I'm like, shh. But, yeah.
He's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. We went up for Drex's Baby Plus. Yeah. What did you guys think of him the first time?
We all liked him from the start.
That's always a good sign.
That's every day.
They said that they liked him better than anybody else they had dated before. I don't know if
Yeah.
he's dated real losers before.
Won us right over because he's so nice and outgoing.
So I went down to Arizona with him, met all his family down here. And it was kind of weird because I had just gotten a really bad sunburn all over my face. So it was like peely and red and looked horrible. So I'm sure they all thought I had something wrong with me. But it was good. Yeah. Ugh, what's wrong with your face? So I was like wearing a hat, but it was like not burned up here because I had gone skiing. It was just burned down here. Somehow I thought that would help. I don't know why, but
A little confused.
yeah. But it was
So how about you have a family? Tell us about his family.
He has 2 brothers and 3 sisters.
And where is he?
Making me look bad. So. He's number 3. Yeah. And they're all down
The
in
middle
Arizona.
child.
So yeah.
Yes, that's true.
Great people.
The middle child.
Issues.
That's what I was gonna say.
They are, that's been tested Harvard showed, that their third child grew up happy, they liked everyone, everyone liked them.
That makes sense. Thanks for the wrapping paper and the. That was mom.
Did you get a?
Okay, so when did you think he might be the one?
We didn't hear that, what was it?
When did she think he might be the one?
Oh.
I don't know. That's a hard question because I feel like it just kind of happened slowly. Like I was telling my mom, I feel like with other people I had dated, I was always kind of like in turmoil about it. Like, is this person the one? I felt like I needed to pray a lot about it and like go to the temple and fast about it. And this time I didn't do any of that because I just kind of like made sense.
So
Well, there you go.
Romantic.
we just got along really well, and I always felt like I could be myself around him, so it was nice.
Record it.
Elmer is an elf whose job it is to see if all the little children are as good as they can be. He carries a report card for every girl and boy, and if you make the grade, you get your favorite toy.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, growing up, we'd get presents from either mom and dad, Santa, or Elmer the elf. So now I yeah.
That's funny.
So she carried that Elmer thing on.
From the first date was the second date.
I think
I
think it was just the next day. I think it went
How
on
long would
Friday
be
and then
your
a
first
Saturday.
and second day?
I think just like the next day.
Oh, that was a good first date then.
Yeah, a long one.
It was only a couple days, I think, day or two. Can't remember, but yeah. Yeah, I remember he wanted to be exclusive after like a week, and I was like, oh, that's like kind of fast.
He wanted what after a week?
He wanted to be exclusive
Oh.
after like a week or two, and then I told him no, but then like a week after that we were exclusive. Because we needed more days. Yeah, exactly. He wanted to make sure to monopolize my time, so I didn't go over myself. Because I was actually kind of interested in somebody else in the ward at the time, and so I was like, I don't know if I want to close off my options yet, and then it kind of worked out.
She made it.
Thanks, Grandma. That's nice.
So neat.
Oh, wow.
That is a keepsake.
Did you make it, Grandma?
Yes, years ago when I could see.
Is that a crochet? Oh, it's
Yeah,
so pretty.
Wow.
Oh, those colors, nice choice.
That's
Everything,
perfect.
everything.
That's professional quality right there.
It is.
Holy cow.
That's nice. Thanks, Grandma.
That is
That'll be nice and warm.
Mine is like just from my fingers. It's another. Which one's grandma's?
This one?
That's from, yeah.
Nice.
So I thought anyone could have one.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Did I not have a tag, or did you just want to read both?
You dropped it right there.
Oh, you did, because you picked them.
Oh, sorry.
I just teased you.
You sure it's not yours? Oh, you have one. Okay, you go first.
How did you meet?
We met at church. We got put in the same calling, in the same ward.
What was your calling?
The temple committee.
Oh, okay.
So he likes to tell people that we were working towards the temple from the very beginning.
That's cute.
So, yeah, actually, I was like, oh, he's kind of cute, you know. So we got put in the same calling. We had a meeting, and then he was texting me like, hey, make sure you're on time to the meeting or whatever. He was very professional, and so then I sent him some text back, and he just never texted back. So I was like, okay, I guess he's not interested. So I thought he wasn't interested at all at first. So.
What's that changed your behavior of being late?
No, actually, I think the text I was sending him was like, oh, sorry, I was late to the meeting. Because I was late to like every meeting we had. So he was the chair of the temple committee, and I was a committee member, so he was my church boss.
We got you, boss.
Yeah, so that's how we started talking. My friend and I would talk to him in the hallways at church, and we'd talk to him, and he just kind of likes to push buttons sometimes, and so we'd talk to him, and he'd walk away, and we'd look at each other and be like, that guy is so weird. He is so annoying. He's just like,
What do you mean push buttons?
he's just I don't know, just like, yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant
teasing.
texting or something.
No, just like kind of poke at you.
on his
He would just
I thought he wasn't paying attention. He would just ignore it. Text.
That's weird. Yeah, so it's kind of funny. But at first we thought he was a little crazy. He still is, but
Okay, mine says, where was your first date?
actually, so we were supposed to go play archery tag, which I still don't know what that is, but
That sounds painful.
I guess there are these arrows with foam tips on them and you hit each other. But I had broken my finger that day going kayaking on the snow, and so we couldn't do that. So we went, and
he had to do his plan B, which was, he's like, oh, we'll go to the gymnastics meet at the U. We showed up and it had been over for like an hour. Like, everyone was just cleaning up the stadium. So we get there and he just starts walking around and he's like, how was the meet? How was the meet? How was the meet? So like all the janitor people. I was like, this guy's so weird. Wow, you planned really well. And then we went and had dinner afterwards. So that was our first date. I almost was like, I don't know about this. I didn't plan very well. So.
It wasn't because you were so late.
It was.
No, that time not, huh? No, but
they were already cleaning up by the time she was ready.
That's how bad I am.
She takes this being late seriously.
But he always said, you can't tell people that I planned poorly because it was your fault that you broke your finger and we couldn't go play archery tag. So.
Hey, but you gotta give him kudos for not just going to a movie, you know?
It's true.
He actually planned something.
Yeah. And he's very creative. Like, we were at dinner that night and we were having a thumb wrestling match over a cup of water. That was his idea. So he just likes to do random things like that. It's kind of fun.
Cute. That's from Lindsay and I.
Oh, I see.
All right, so the last one was what?
How did he propose?
How did he propose?
So we went home to Colorado and my parents were in on it, I guess. And it was Sunday morning or Saturday evening, and Mom was like, "Oh, we're going to this sunrise service, church service tomorrow. We want you to go." And I was like, "I'm not waking up that early. I don't want to go to that." And she kept insisting, and I thought it was weird too. Like, you usually only have a sunrise service on Easter. So I was like, "This is so random." So I had to get up early on Sunday morning and got all ready, and then I came down and Mom said, "Oh yeah, Nery went to help set up at the sunrise service, so he's not here." Okay, that's a little suspicious. And if you know my mom, she can't really keep secrets very well, so she kind of had that smile on her face. So I was like, okay, something's up. So he had attempted to get a hot air balloon, but it's like really hard to, you have to have like the perfect weather and the perfect setup for it. So
do it till the night before.
yeah, so they had told him like, oh, we're good to go, we can go open the balloon and everything, but then on his way over there, they told him that the weather was bad, so. And he had thought it was 6 p.m. that we were gonna go, and then it was really 6 a.m., so it kind of messed up his plan. So he kind of found that out at the last minute. So he was gonna do like this whole big scavenger hunt and everything, but it didn't quite work out.
Oh.
So I got there and he was just standing next to this basket without a balloon. It was kind of sad, but yeah. Then we got to go open the balloon like a few days later. So.
But tell him about the book and
Yeah,
the
he made
kneeling
some
on the...
books with a book of pictures of us, and he put some other pictures together of like our childhoods and our.
Like the movie Up, right?
Oh,
The
it's the movie Up.
Oh, like the
Oh
movie.
yeah, the
adventure book.
thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's cute.
Yeah.
And tell him about the rocks.
And he had been collecting these heart-shaped rocks on all our hikes. And so he put them on the ground in a heart and put the book in the middle.
Oh, that's so nice.
Oh, careful, yeah, it was cute.
She's getting.
Go back to work in the clinic for a week and then go during Christmas. So we're gonna go on a cruise.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, my first cruise. We're going to Jamaica, Mexico, and then a couple other islands.
Now, does he speak Spanish also?
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be awesome.
I may or may not speak a little better Spanish than him.
Oh, okay.
Don't tell him I said that.
That's pretty funny.
I don't think he likes speaking Spanish.
It's on video, so
I'm always
find
trying.
out.
Yeah.
So I'm always trying to practice with him, but he doesn't like to practice.
Really?
Yeah.
Since when you first met Nery versus right now, what is your, say, it could, because there's never a top reason why you want to marry Nery, but what is like maybe one of your top 20, for example? That way it doesn't have to be like the number one.
I want to know all your 20. Top 20.
Or top 2, you don't
One of your
have
top
to
20, that way it doesn't have to be like
Right.
necessarily the top one.
I just really like how he just loves talking with people. He loves just getting out there and meeting people, and he's really good at asking people questions and just getting to know random people, and he's not afraid to just talk to random people everywhere. It just makes things more interesting and fun, and we get to meet all kinds of people, so I really like that.
Same question for Nettie.
He's very good at that.
That's one of the things when I was like in high school. I think I was like 17. You write down your little.
That's my little.
You write down like your list of like the things you're looking for, and obviously when you're 17, most of that stuff doesn't really make sense. But one thing that always stood was I always wanted to marry someone that was really goofy and just fun. And that's something. I mean, Katie is really kind-hearted and hardworking and smart. She's like a perfectionist. If you look at everything she's done in her life, she's done so many things, but the thing I like the most about her is how much fun she is. She's just a lot of fun to hang out with.
Yay, I love it.
Fine, goofy. So today, I walked in the door, I was like, Katie, I yelled for her, and she just jumped out to scare me.
You're actually scared like 3 times.
So what was your first impression of each other when you first met?
I definitely thought he was a weird guy. My friend and I would talk to him at church in the hall, and the first couple times that we talked, I was just like, this guy is so weird.
I can see that.
He just liked to be like a button pusher. And I've heard lots of people say like, oh, my spouse that I ended up with, I never thought I would be even dating somebody like that. And that's kind of how I felt. So. But then you get to know somebody and you realize they are weird, but they also have all these other good traits.
For Katie, I could never read. Yeah, I just didn't know. I could never read what she was. Like 1 minute, she'd be like, I guess I was like being entertaining, and the next minute she'd be like, oh my gosh, like you're so annoying. I would just literally not even want to talk to them because her and this other girl they were always hung out with, they were always just making fun of me. I just come there and somehow I said something wrong and they'd be like, that's so, what a jerk thing to say, Nettie. Be like, I'm sorry. And but I mean, I think as I got to, at first I just thought she was really nice. And then as I got to know her more, then I was like, oh, I think actually she's like a really cool girl. And, it just kind of, it wasn't like an instant, like, oh, this is the one. It was like, I wanted a date, and I was like, oh, it was really fun. She's really fun. And then after that, I just realized, like, every other date, that she was just funner than any girl I've ever met.
The right answer.
Randy? How did you propose? I want to ask you a question. Oh yeah, so not everyone knows how you propose.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
So
how many babies you plan on having?
No weird questions.
Yeah, so how we propose, you can tell it.
You did the work.
Yeah, I went through all this work to, my plan was, this is the idea, and this is how it actually happened. I was going to take her on this scavenger hunt through her life history of this is when you were in elementary school, and then high school, and then, this is all the things you did, and it was going to end with, me in front of, a hot air balloon, and just with the ring. And I even had a red carpet I had got from my company. And then I called them, the hot air balloon company, 3 days beforehand, just to confirm everything. And they're like, yeah, so if we got at 6 a.m. And I was like, wait, 6 a.m.? They told me 6 p.m. She's like, no, we would never fly it the night. So I was like, okay, well that scratches the scavenger hunt, because who's going to want to go on a scavenger hunt at 4 in the morning? And then the morning of, he was like, yeah, call me and I'll tell you if the air is good to go on a ride. And I called him, and he's like, yeah, we're good. I've never seen it clearer. And we show up, and in 20 minutes, he's like, I don't think we're going to be able to go on the hot air balloon. And then the weather just got worse and worse. And then finally by that point, she already knew, she was already on her way. And so I just proposed with I had like a scrapbook of all the things that, like all of our past life, and then all the dates we went on. In fact, scrapbook. Jackie.
What will you name your children?
Jackie.
Jackie 1, Jackie 2, Jackie 3.
Sounds like an Italian family. Yeah, this is Marie. This is her daughter Marie. And this is my granddaughter Marie.
So how many kids do you want?
Probably like 3.
So I don't know what y'all do for work. So what do you do?
Yeah. So I am in management for a company called Cintas. We rent uniforms to companies, and like towels and mats. And
But he had a job interview for another job today, so.
What happened?
That tells you how much he likes his job.
So what happened? Did they hire him?
He has to wait to find out.
So who was the interview with?
It's called Podium. They help companies get reviews. So it's like an internet company.
And yourself?
I'm a student right now at the University of Utah.
Oh.
Getting my master's.
But you also teach, right?
Yeah, I teach just a few hours in the morning, sometimes.
English?
Online teaching, English, yeah.
Well, my ex-branch president years ago was the dean at the University of Utah.
Right? Every day.
This is
yeah, maybe.
She's gonna be gone for 2 months.
Oh, she can come here and stay with
Yeah.
her.
When?
In the summer.
Okay, you guys can
I said he'll probably be sick of me by then anyway, so.
Well, the good news is we live in the 21st century, so you can Skype and see all kinds of things. It's not like you got to pick up the dial and roll it and say, yeah, can I have extension 4213?
Yeah, we'll be able to keep it in touch.
Yeah. Oh, Jackie, you have another question.
Did you feel shy when you proposed to her?
Yeah.
He was kind of nervous.
Yeah.
He was afraid I would say.
Because there was a bunch of people watching.
No way.
Yeah.
So is it your plan to stay in Utah as long as you can, or?
Yeah, I mean, I still have to finish school, and so we'll be here for the next little while.
How long?
I don't know. He told me I have to live in Arizona for a little while.
What? So you're gonna come back to Arizona?
So then I said, we just have to live twice as long in Colorado as you make me live in Arizona.
Because it's hotter, right?
Hey, Colorado's really pretty though, so.
So yeah, it's a good place.
It's a good place.
And it's not as hot.
See, they're trying to talk me into Colorado. Too.
Yeah.
Because they don't like me.
We can go visit you in Colorado.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Very perfect.
Hey, I'll have some place to stay.
Well, that's all of it. Then, yeah. Do you want to say anything else?
No, just thanks you all for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks for traveling. We're really glad everyone made it here safe.
Yeah. So if you guys
Just
want
videotape. I'll show everybody that's here.
Oh yeah. So let me actually let me tell you guys
The rundown.
the rundown. He's gotta give everybody. I mean, you can still record on this.
Oh, I just wanted to get who all was here.
So guys, this is the plan for tomorrow. We are gonna get married at 10 in the morning.
At the Bountiful Temple.
The Bountiful Temple, which is 15, 20 minutes that way.
It's not 15 minutes. It's like 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Are you raising your hand
It's
again?
cold over
What's your
there.
question?
I saw snow.
Are we allowed to go in the
There's
temple like to see
yeah.
you so the girls can
Lots
throw
of snow over there.
flowers?
Isn't it colder?
Come on!
You get to wait outside the front door.
Too many questions.
I don't think it's, the temperature is much different. But
Yeah, so at 10 o'clock, and then you probably want to be at the temple around
9:30, they say.
9:30.
If you're going in for the ceremony, they need you there at 9:30.
at 9:30.
Oh, I thought it was 8.